Hey everyone, this video we'll be going over a hunger awareness yoga flow. And so for the purpose of this practice, this movement is to get you more comfortable in your body and understand the processes that are going on internally that we may sometimes ignore, hunger being one of them. And so we'll be going through a series of postures here, mainly going through Warrior 2, side angle stretch, downward facing dog, plank, cobra, and goddess pose. And these are very energetic poses. And so it's going to increase our blood flow and help things moving in our body, but also increase our awareness of what is going on internally. So again, we can translate that to our hunger awareness by understanding these cues that we may have ignored in the past. So to get started in our practice today, we'll start in an easy seat on your mat or on your blanket in a space where it feels comfortable for you. Let the hands come onto the knees, close the eyes, and we'll start by taking 3 big breaths. So a deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly and the lungs and the back. Open your mouth, exhale, let go. Again, like that inhale, fill up the entire body, breathing in. Open your mouth, exhale. One more time, like that, filling up, breathing in. Open your mouth, exhale. So seal the lips. Breathe in and out through your nose. Start to settle down the thoughts. Let go of any expectations you may have for your practice. And work on being focused and attentive to your space, to your being. And using the breath to help guide you here. So about 3 more breaths here to settle in, quiet down the thoughts, find stillness in the body.
Here's the deepest secret nobody knows. Here's the root of the root and the bud of the bud and the sky of a tree called life which grows.
So blink your eyes open, working your way onto your hands and knees into tabletop position. Since we'll spend some time on the wrist, we'll take a little wrist stretch here. So coming onto the backs of the hands, let your fingertips face the knees here. So the backs of the hands, the tops of the wrists will be getting the stretch here. And you can stay with the shoulders stacked over the hands, or maybe if you need a little bit more of a stretch, work the hips to the back of the mat. You'll intensify the stretch here in the back of the arm. Taking about 3 rounds of breath here. Slowly start to peel the hands off of the mat, bringing the palms back down. And finding a good foundation here. So separating the fingertips really wide here and planting them on the mat, gripping through the fingertips, pressing down through the heels of the hands, the knuckles, and the fingertips evenly. We'll get right into it. So from here, extend the right leg back behind you, and then extend the left leg back behind you. So balancing on the hands and the feet, you're starting to engage the core and push the mat away. So instead of sinking into the shoulders, push up. Let the shoulder blades press up towards the sky. And not sinking into the hips, but finding a straight spine here, a straight line, all the way from the heels of the feet to the crown of the head. So we're gonna hold here for 3 more breaths in and out through the nose. Firing up the core, the abdominal area. Last breath here. And then as you exhale, lift your hips. Press the hips up towards the sky. Press the feet down towards the mat.
Let the head fall through the arms and find yourself in this inverted V position, this downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to feel comfortable here. Making sure again you have even weight spread throughout the hands. Not letting all of the weight go into the heels of the hands. One more breath here to hold. And out. And from here, we're going to move forward and back between downward facing dog and your plank. So making sure your feet are far enough back so that you have this space to move forward and back. So as you take an inhaling breath, roll forward, stack the shoulders over the wrist, hips lower down. Inhale, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press back 2 more times like that. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. 2 more times, rolling forward. Pressing back. Last one here, rolling forward. And pressing back. Next time you breathe in, the right leg will lift high to the sky. And as you exhale, we'll step through in between your hands. Rise up for our warrior 2 position. So pivot on the back foot so that the heel of the foot lowers down and the outer edge is parallel to the short edge of your mat. As you take an inhaling breath, open up the arms into a capital T position. So the right arm's reaching forward, the left arm is reaching back. Shoulders are stacked right on top of the hips here. Now to take some relief off of the shoulders, you can flip the palms so that they face up. Or if you'd like a little bit more strength here, the palms can face down. We have 3 breaths here to hold. Getting the heart rate going, get the blood flowing throughout the body. And then from here, we'll flip our front palm, reach back, find a peaceful warrior, extending the right arm up and overhead, the left hand comes to the back of the leg. An inhaling breath, come back to center. Find your side angle stretch so the right hand comes down or the elbow connects to the knee. The left arm reaches up and overhead. One more breath here to hold. And then we flow. So take an inhaling breath, come back to your warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. Come back to center, side angle stretch. Moving forward and back 2 more times. Exhale, peaceful. Inhale, side angle. 1 more time. Exhale, peaceful. Inhale, side angle. This time here, we'll release the left hand down, right hand down. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We have 3 breaths here. Last breath here in through the nose. And out. Next breath in, the left leg will reach up. And exhale, step through in between the hands. Finding ourselves in our warrior 2. So pivot onto the heel of the back foot. The ninth edge is in line with the back of your mat. And as you take an inhaling breath, engage the core. Open up the arms parallel to the mat. Warrior 2. Again, the palms can face down or they can be flipped up towards the sky. 3 breaths here to hold. Sitting the hips nice and low. Last breath here to hold. And then we reverse our warrior. So flip the front palm, reach up and back with the left hand. Right hand releases to the back of the right leg. And inhale, come back to center. Find your side angle stretch. Let the elbow come to the left knee or reach the left fingertips towards the mat. Right arm reaches up and overhead. One more breath here to hold.
breath, come back to center, flip the front palm, and reach back for your peaceful. Inhale, come back to center, side angle stretch. Come back to center, flip and reverse. Back to center, side angle stretch. One more time, use your breath. Inhale to come up and back. Exhale to reach forward. Right hand will come to the mat. Left hand comes to frame the left foot. Step it back. Lift the hips. Find yourself in downward facing dog. 3 breaths in through the nose. And out. Last breath here. And out. Next breath in. We'll roll forward, come into your high plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 2 more times like that. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. Last one here, roll forward and stay. We have 3 breaths, igniting the core again. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. We'll slowly start to lift the hips. Find yourself back in your downward facing dog. Next breath in, the right leg will reach up. And exhale, step through between the hands. Pivot on the back foot. We open back up, warrior 2, opening up the arms. Going right into your flow, so flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful. Back to center, side angle stretch. Inhale, lift up and back, peaceful. Side angle. Last one here. Come back to center, flip and reverse. Side angle to stay. So again, the right hand can come down or the elbow can stay on the knee. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Enjoy the stretch here. Last breath here to hold. From here, we'll come back to center, reach the arms back to that capital T position, straighten out the front leg. Pivot all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. We'll bring the heels in and the toes will face out, coming into our goddess pose. So sitting the hips nice and low. Bring your arms into a cactus position so the palms will face forward, elbows draw down. Maybe give yourself a sway from side to side. 2 more breaths here to hold. Last breath here. And out. Here we'll flow. So take an inhaling breath, straighten out the legs, reach the arms overhead, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, pull the elbows down, lower the hips, deep bend in the knees. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall one more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale to fall. Here we'll straighten out the legs, reach the arms overhead. Walk yourself back into your warrior 2. So the right toes face forward. Left toes will reach to the left side. Open up the arms. Bend into the front knee. From here, we'll flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful. Come back to center and cartwheel your hands down so both hands come to frame the right foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot, set the right foot back to meet the left, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. We have 4 breaths this time. Getting the heart rate and the blood moving. Becoming aware of the internal senses of the body. Noticing maybe your hunger at this point. Last breath here. Your next breath in, the left leg reaches high to the sky. Exhale, step it through in between the hands, coming into your warrior 2. We go right into our flow. So flip your front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior.
Come back to center, side angle stretch, left elbow to the left knee or the hand reaching down, right arm up and over. Inhale, come back to center, flip and reverse. Exhale, come back to center, side angle one more time. Back to center, flip and reach. Side angle stretch. Again, we'll come back to center. Rising up, pivot all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. Heels will come in, toes will go out. Goddess pose one more time. Cactus the arms, elbows draw down. Hips sit low. 3 breaths to hold. Last breath here. We find that movement one last time. So inhaling, breath, straighten out the legs, reach the arms overhead, connect the palms. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fall. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fall one more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Straighten out the legs. Reach the arms overhead, bring yourself back to warrior 2, so open up the arms. Pivot so the left toes face forward, right toes face the right. Bend into the right knee. We'll flip the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. Back to center, cartwheel the hands down, step the left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog, lifting the hips. 5 breaths here. Come back to the breath, in through the nose. And out. And out. 2 more rounds of breath. Last breath here, downward facing dog. Here we'll roll forward, coming into high plank for one last hold here. So again, press the mat away, even weight in the hands. We hold and breathe for 5 breaths. You can do it. Last big effort here. Firing up the belly. Becoming aware of the beating of the heart. The strong breath in and out through the nose. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. And out. Lower the knees. Bring yourself onto your belly. And let the forehead come down to the mat. Here taking cobra. So keep the hands exactly where they are underneath the shoulders. And as you take an inhaling breath, we're just lifting the head and lifting the chest. Slight pressure on the hands here as you start to peel open the rib cage off of the mat. Pressing into the mat with the belly and the tops of the feet. 2 more breaths here to hold. Last breath here. And out. Lower the forehead down to the mat. Taking 2 breaths just to settle down. So taking an inhaling breath, lift the head, lift the chest off the mat. And as you exhale, float the head back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. So just taking that for a few rounds, inhale to rise. Exhale to fall. And it doesn't matter if you get very high, but the purpose here is to press into the mat with the lowest belly, squeeze the low back, use your breath with your movement. Increase the blood flow, increase the heart rate. Become aware of your body here, your being. 2 more rounds. The last round here. And out, exhale. And from here, we'll press up into our tabletop position. And before we end, finding one more wrist stretch. So again, we'll bring the backs of the hands onto the mat. Fingertips will face the knees. Maybe this time you're able to sit the hips a little bit further back towards the mat.
Stretch out the backs of the wrists here.
To the infinite, nothing corresponds.
One more breath.
Nowhere to flee but to ascend.
And peeling the hands off of the mat. And then ending our practice in a child's pose, so sitting the hips towards the heels. Let the knees stay together here if that feels comfortable. If not, bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat. Let your belly and chest nestle in between the thighs. But wherever you're at, you let the forehead connect to the mat here. Arms will stretch out long. And stay here for the duration of your practice. Catch your breath. Become aware. Assess your hunger level here. Maybe bring back that scale of 1 to 10. And notice where you sit. Notice your body. Notice your being. Let the heart rate calm down. Let the breath cool down. And stay for as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining me.
Used to peek in the loud glare, the deafening tones that filled the air. Now I found my silent repair. The pressure around the blanket like nowhere. No, cut off my tether and float right into the nether. Just as life